Tier lists. I love making tier lists. And I've noticed something in the TF2 community that there's been a spy weapon tier list, there's been a couple sniper weapon tier lists, Uncle Damien engineer weapon tier list. But you know who doesn't have a tier list? Soldier. You know, I decided, hey, you know what? I should do that, because why not? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I am going to make a soldier weapon tier list. Alright, so this is probably gonna be more serious than the other videos, but that's just because I'm looking at things based on how good they actually are. Alright, so S tier it's a really good weapon that is really good in any circumstances or situations. A tier means that it's a good choice in most circumstances, but there might be something better. B tier it's pretty good in most circumstances, but there's not as many as A tier. C tier it's not that useful used in certain situations, and D tier means it's practically useless. And oh boy, do we have a good one to start out with. The airstrike. So the problem with the airstrike is that its upsides are actually its downsides, because it has like increased firing speed in the air, but that means that as soon as you land, you've probably used up all your rockets, and then you have to switch to your melee or secondary to defend yourself. But then because it encourages your rocket jumping, it doesn't actually give you any health reduction on rocket jumping, or it doesn't give you very much health reduction. You're gonna be using the gunboats with it probably, so that means that you're gonna have to go with your melee or just run out of there with like the escape plane or something. And I mean the increased clip size is good, it's good in MVM, but in that I'm sorting this based on actual gameplay. I think that the airstrike's going into C tier. And then the base jumper is one of the worst weapons in the entire game, because it's just never useful. You come so slow, you're just a sitting duck for snipers. It's yeah, like so people are under the illusion that it combos well with the airstrike, but it just doesn't. It does, like the gunboats combo way better with the airstrike. I'm putting this in D tier because of just how impractical it is. Alright, the battalion's backup is one of the best weapons in the game on the other hand, because it provides 100% resistance to crits, which means you can shut down buff banner soldiers or crits creep medics. It provides 50% resistance to sentry damage, which is a really good upside. It means that you can take down a nest way easier. And it just provides 35% resistance to all other kinds of damage, which means that you will be a lot harder to take down. And all that because for the cost of no secondary weapon, and it takes 600 damage to fill up, which is not very much for soldier. And just because of how useful it is, it can be a great offensive push or a great defensive defense. I'm gonna put this in S tier. It is really good. And I remember some guy, yeah, Zesty Jesus made a video called "The Best Weapon in the Game" about the battalions. I'll probably put that in the description if you want more info on it. Alright, then we have the Beggars Bazooka. The Beggars is a very strange weapon. It's like loadable. Yeah, its loadable clip makes it a very odd playstyle for the soldier. But I know that a lot of people use it. Yeah, you can do like a double rocket jump with it that I don't know how to do, but if you know how to use the Beggars, it can be really good. But as a weapon, I don't think the Beggars is the best, because imagine this, like you're, I don't know, going around it, you're getting over to the payload card and you turn a corner, and then bam, there's a scout. Most rocket launchers just like fire off, and then the scout's probably dead. But the Beggars, you gotta load up your first rocket, which takes over a second, and by that time the scout's probably landed a couple meat shots on you, and you might even be dead. So it's kind of situational. I'm gonna put it in. It's useful in more situations than the airstrike because it does good damage, like in a group of targets. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in B tier. All right, the black box. Personally, the black box is my least favorite rocket launcher because of how annoying it is to play against. But I'm basing this off of stats, and in that case, the black box is okay. Yeah, the health on hit makes it easy for you to survive, but it has 25 reduced clip 20 yeah, it has one reduced clip size, which means 25% less potential damage, which means they have to reload more often, which just means that you're kind of slowing things down for a soldier. So it's not really much more to say about it. It's a pretty simple weapon. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in A tier because it's it's pretty useful, yeah, but not the best. All right, the buff banner. The buff is the worst of the banners, but it's not saying it's bad. With it takes only 600 damage to fill up, and you get mini crits for your entire team for 10 seconds, which is not bad at all. But there are just better options out there. It doesn't provide any passive buff like the battalions and the conch do, so yeah, makes it kind of hard to rank. But I'm gonna put it in A tier, below the black box, because it is still quite versatile and useful, but it can just be like completely shut down by battalions, and and it requires your team to aim things to be used right. So yeah, if you're stuck with an incompetent team, it's gonna be useless. And next, the final of the trilogy, the Conjurer. Yeah, all right. This one's kind of weird. Like, it provides you with passive health regen, which is cool, but I don't know. It also takes like way less to recharge to charge the banner, like 400 damage. But I don't know. I think it has the least interesting effect. Like, you'll get health on hit, but your team will also move faster. It seems the least useful for your team, if you know what I mean. Like when you like, it kind of seems like you're being a bit selfish when you're using that when you could be using the battalions or the buff. There's nothing wrong with using the conch though. Also use it with black box. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna put this one in high A tier above the black box because it's more useful like for a roamer who also wants to help out their team. Cow Mangler 5000 is a great side grade to stock because it has no ammo, which most of the time isn't too big of a deal because enemies drop ammo. But where it shines is its charge shot, which when charged will give you a mini crit hit that will light enemies on fire and disable buildings for 5 seconds. And that charge shot is really useful. Like if you're taking down sentry nests, you can just charge shot like all the buildings there and then go tell your team to take care of it because you can't take care of it because you do 80% less damage to buildings, which is a lot. Yeah, you do mini crits whenever you do full crits, but the only situation where that would be a problem is if there's an incompetent medic who's crits creaking you. But overall, Cow Mangler is a great side grade to stock that, you know, it's a great alternative to stock, and I can see why people use it. And yeah, I actually have a strange one because I just really like it. I'm gonna put it in S tier directly below the battalions. Alright, the direct hit is a really, really good rocket launcher if you can use it. It deals massive damage from any distance, really. Yeah, it also mini crits like players that were launched machines. If you can hit someone in the air after you've hit them once, then you're gonna do a whole ton of damage to them. Or if they're just rocket jumping around, you can snipe one out of the air. Yeah, but it also has less radius for its explosions, which makes it difficult to use in a when you're like fighting against a group of people. It's better in 1v1s though. So I think I'm gonna put this in high A tier, but it's almost S. Soldier has a lot of really good weapons. The disciplinary action is the ideal weapon for a team-based soldier, because it just helps your team move faster. It's pretty simple. Plus, it has the weirdest melee reach in the game. Like, it can hit behind you when you're, like, swinging it forward. It's really good for dealing with spies in that way, I guess. Yeah. I don't know, this one's kind of hard to rank. Because, like, I don't know. Soldiers melees are just hard to rank. I'm gonna put this one in uh A tier though. It's good, really good actually. And then we get on to the equalizer. Oh boy, this pickaxe could be really good. You know, it does more damage as you take more damage. But the problem is, it also works the other way. Because a if you have over 100 health, it'll do less damage, a lot less damage, going all the way up to 33, which yeah, ain't good. But but you know, the fact that it can do over 100 damage in a single melee swing without crits or anything is really impressive. Plus, its downside is almost negligible because it helps medics charge uber faster. So this one's hard to rank, but I don't know if it just like stayed at 65 damage until you got to 100 and then started going up, it'd probably be a really good pickaxe, but still be balanced. But as such, I'm gonna put it in high C tier. Now the escape plan. Oh boy, the escape plan is really good. It's like exactly what it sounds like. It's a good way of getting out of any situation because it gives you an amazing speed boost. Like as you take more damage. I don't. I personally don't use this one very much because it marks you for death, which is really annoying. But overall, it's a really good weapon. Well, it's not. It's not a good weapon. It's a good tool. And yeah, I will put this one in. Actually, I'll put it in high B here because yeah, it's good for escaping, but because you're marked for death, it's like a sniper lanes a body shot on you, you're probably gonna die even while you're escaping. The gunboats, the ideal weapon, the ideal secondary for the roamer. Oh boy, these things are good. I use them all the time, in fact, because they're just. Mm. So what the gunboats do is they will give you 60% damage reduction to rocket jumps, which means they can just bounce around the map everywhere with like barely any of your health being chipped away. It is, yeah, they're really good for roamer soldiers, and yeah, they're also a really simple weapon. There's not much to talk about here, but these I'm gonna put them in low S tier because they're really, really good on a roamer, but not at all on a team soldier. Oh god, the half Zatoichi is only good on demo man. Like it was a cool novelty to have it on soldier and demo back in the war update, but now no one uses it on soldier because it's just so bad on soldier. Like the honor bound thing is a cool concept. It works on demo man because he has the demo knight subclass, but on soldier not so much because you're gonna be switching weapons a lot as soldier, and so yeah, especially when you have like better alternatives like the escape plan, which I'm actually gonna move up to A tier, the disciplinary action or the market gardener. We haven't got to that yet. It's just so bad. This one's going into D tier, but still better than the airstrike. Notice the trend with the D tier weapons. Hopefully, I wonder if the pain tree will abide to that. The Liberty launcher is probably one of my favorite rock launchers in the game because its increased clip size of 5 and its increased rocket speed make it really fun to play around with. You can confuse pyros so much just by like because it's faster than a stock launcher, but it's slower than the direct hit, so they don't really know when to air blast it unless they've practiced. Plus, because there's a fifth rock, you can just confuse anyone by like firing off 4 and then just immediately firing off a fifth one if they want to know what's going on. Yeah. However, it does do 25% less damage, but yeah, and if you run the numbers, that means that its full clip does a bit less than stocks, but overall, I really like the Liberty Launcher. It's one of my favorites. It's good in it's good in a large variety of situations. So I'm gonna put it right above the black box. Oh joy, the man treads. Man treads are probably, they're so bad, dude. It's like, alright, they give you increased air mobility, and you don't flinch while you're in the air, and you get to Goomba stomp people, but all that comes at the cost of a secondary weapon or tool, like a banner or the gunboats or a shotgun. But it's just, why? Why would you ever use the man treads? Unless you're playing Soldier, of course, then it's completely acceptable. But in a regular game, if you're looking at a good soldier, man treads are just some of the worst, just the worst option out there, except the base jumper. And indeed, here with thy the Mark Gardner. I don't even know where to rank this one. This one is just it's really something, that's for sure. Now, the Market Gardener is the ideal weapon of choice for Trollgers, but it also happens to be a great choice for roamers, because it lets you just rocket jump around and, smack someone with it while you're just, I don't know, patrolling the area. Yeah. Plus, like non-Trollger loadout that's really good is the relauncher gunboats Mark Gardener. That is like Trollger, but good, because you get a really good primary from it. But yeah, anyways, Market Gardener, full crits when rocket jumping, which makes it a really great weapon to use if you can use it, because it is hard to land correctly. But oh boy, just spend a couple hours in TR Walkway and you should be pretty good with it. But anyways, as a weapon, I don't know, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know how good it is. Like, it's not S tier. It's either A or B tier. So, gonna put it in high B tier. It's good in a good amount of situations, but like, if there's, I don't know, if you're in a hallway or something, it's probably not gonna be very useful. But like on open maps, like, that one, then it's perfect. Also, fun story, I actually have a kill streak Market Gardener just because it was cheaper than the regular Market Gardener for some reason. Yeah. Alright. The pain train of pain and train. It's weird. I don't know. I've never really used it because I just, why would you? You cap things twice as fast, but you also take 10% more damage from bullets. And you know how many classes use bullets? 7 of them. So yeah, you're probably gonna die a lot faster. And there's just better melee weapons out there. I don't know, if you like desperately need to cap a point or move the payload, it worked there. I'm gonna put it in high C tier because of that. It's good in very few situations. Alright, the panic attack is my favorite shotgun, but how is it a good shotgun? Yeah, kind of, sort of. I don't know. It shoots more bullets on shot and in a fixed area, which is good. But it also like spreads out as you fire it. I never really understood that. With this faster switch to speed, it's like a good way to get out of most situations. Like if you run out of rockets and you're just like, oh shoot, what do I do? You just like whip out your shotgun and just pow, 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 and then you're probably good to go. Yeah. And then what are its downsides? It says like less damage, I think. Yeah. Overall, Panic Attack is a really good shotgun. I'm gonna put it in. Mm, mm, mm. I'm gonna put it in high B tier. It's good in a whole bunch of situations, but there's still some better. I don't know. I don't really see what kind of soldier would use a shotgun in general, except for the reserve shooter, of course, which is the best shotgun on a soldier. Yeah, it promotes a interesting playstyle where you just like use Preferably the direct hit to launch someone into the air and then just land a good few shots on them, and they're all mini crits. I'm not sure what the downsides are because I never really used this weapon. Yeah, I can see why soldiers would use this. It's probably the best secondary that isn't a banner or the gunboats. So yeah, as such, I'm gonna put this in 8 here, probably above the buff banner. Yeah, it's good with its mini crit potential. I'm still not really sure what kind of soldier would use it, except if you're going for a completely different playstyle. The Righteous Bison. Oh boy, this one's weird. I don't even know what to say about this one, because, no, I don't even know what to say. Like, it is good in long, tight corridors, like the vents on Turbine, or the sewers of Fort, or those weird vent things on Mercenary Park. But outside of those, it's basically useless because the projectile moves so friggin' slow that if you just think about moving, you're probably gonna dodge it. But I don't know, it's good in more situations than those three. So let's go into low seed here. Alright, the rocket jumpers, it's good on Trollger, but it's not good in any other kind of play because it's just not good. That's the problem. You're giving up a primary slot, which is your main source of damage for rocket jumps. I don't know. Like, Trollger's fun, don't get me wrong, but in a series game, this thing is basically useless. So I'm gonna put this in D tier, but where in D tier? It's still better than the base jumper and the half Satuichi. Yeah, the main treads do. The main treads can deal damage, like, better than. I don't know. These are kind of interchangeable. Yeah. All right, and then there is stock. Starting with this stocket launcher. Oh boy. This one's going right up to the top of S tier because it is Soldier's best weapon. That's just a fact. It has no downsides. It has a great clip size. It does a great amount of damage. It does great damage to buildings, which is better than the Cow Mangler. It lets you rocket jump. It lets you destroy sentries. Lets you kill people really easily. It's just the best. It's so versatile, dude. Like, it's just so good. I don't even know what to say about it. The stock launcher is just really versatile in like how you can customize it. Yeah, you can get like your signature stock rocket launcher really easily. It's paintable in every kind of paint. It's festivizable. You can I don't know, you can make it collectors if you wanted. You can name it. There's even a weird reskin for it. Yeah, there's a reason the rocket launcher is the most valuable Australian right now, I think. Except for maybe the Metagun, but yeah. Also, that doesn't count the pan. It's just really, really good. And then the stock shotgun it's reliable. It's probably the weakest of the shotgun trilogy, but it's good. You don't really see many soldiers running it unless they just installed the game. But yeah, there's still nothing wrong with this stock shotgun. It's good. Yeah, and to beat here with the finally stock shovel. It's okay. It's good in some situations, but overall it's kind of useless. Yeah, I'm gonna put in. Um, I'm gonna put in C tier right above the airstrike. Alright, so that's it. That's the soldier weapon tier list. Thanks for watching this, and yeah, see you next time. Tell me what you think in the comments, and adios.